Alright, welcome back. You can see we have Chain Soldier. This is the new set that just got revealed today. Um, my voice sounds a little weird right now. I'm a little sick, so it is what it is. Also, I've had to arrange stuff because when they do the reveals and they post them on the Discords, it's not in order. So I think I've ordered everything correctly to match the pictures with the images. So hopefully it's all correct. Anyways, with that said, so far this set, Chain Soldier, is a two-color set. It's yellow and green. Yellow is 7th unit, while green is 6th unit. So let's get started with this. If I get rid of that, we have a first card. We have a Kyoka Uzen. This is your raid. This is a R star. So this is a rare card. This is the alt art. On play, place up to 3 cards from the top of your deck to the sideline. Add up to 1 Yuki Wakura Eternal Chain from your sideline to your hand. Note, we do not have reveals yet for Yuki Wakura yet, so we don't know what he does. He'll probably have a 0 cost, but yes, this is a dude. We'll see him later, but right now, in terms of reveals, we do not know what he does. Activate main while in the front line. Place 1 card from your hand to the outside area once per turn. So this is a soft once per turn. So if you have multiple copies, you use it more than once. Can only be activated if there are a total of 10 or more Kyoka Uzens and or Yuka Wakura Eternal Chain in your sideline. Choose up to 1 Yuki, gives it 1000 BP and damage 2. I am going to assume that the Yuki will have a raid that has impact, so you can make him a 5k damage 2 impact 1. That's my assumption, just because this is giving damage 2 and 1k BP. In terms of character and lore, he would probably have an impactor, so it is what it is. But yeah, a lot of the cards do not mention Yuki, by the way. I think he is probably going to be a 7th unit affiliation, but a lot of the cards do not mention Yuki. She's the only one that mentions him so far, I believe. But yes, this is a raid trigger. Pretty good card off rip. It just lets you dump 3 and then adds a Yuki from your sideline, and then you can give 1,000 in damage too. So pretty good. We have Himari Azuma, another 7th unit character. She is a 5 cost with double gen and step. If you have 4 or more 7th unit cards with different names in your area, if there's an empty space in your front line and no characters has attacked in your energy line during this turn, this character can attack from your energy line, and she's an active trigger. Again, another rare alt art, so she's going to be a rare base. Yes, the deck is going to mostly round. This is one build. It's going to revolve around having 4 or more 7th unit with different names, of which there are multiple names, don't worry. This attacks from the energy line, which is already just really good. And the worry, of course, you read this is, well, you have 1 space in your front line that's empty. Don't worry. There's another card that will fill out that energy line, but we'll get to that later. So far, this is really good attack from the energy line. We have the 1 cost, 2500 with nullified impact and no trigger. This is another R star. On your turn, if you have 4 or more 7th unit cards with different names, this is a 3k. Or it gains 500, so she becomes a 3k. So it's a 1 cost, 2500, no trigger. Kind of sucks, but she does have a raid, so this is working out as a base. Assuming she doesn't have like a 0 or something, which she probably will, but still. Nai Okawamura. This is another 7th unit. She is a 4 cost, double gen with an active trigger. Activate main, soft once per turn. Can only be activated on the turn this character was played. And there are 4 or more 7th unit cards with different names on your area. Choose a character on your area, set it to active. It gets 1000 BP during this turn. So, in general, this is just giving 1000 BP on the turn she's played. But otherwise, she can active something played that turn, which is really, really good. Like, these are just generally good cards. Also, being a double gen, which is nice, you're really not skimping for energy in this deck so far, at least from what I've seen. Okay. Kyoka Uzen, this is a 1 cost, no trigger. This is your searcher for the deck. Just top 4 reveals a 7th unit among them. Add a hand. The rest go to the bottom. If you add a card, place the card from your hand to sideline. Generic card, it's your searcher. You're gonna play 4 of this anyways. Doesn't matter. Even though there's no trigger, which sucks. This is kind of normal for a lot of these searchers anyways. First green card, we have Tenka Izumo. So Kyoka is the leader of 7th units in the series, and Tenka is the leader of 6th unit. So that's just a little tidbit of lore, whatever. This is a 3 cost, double gen. She is part of the 6th unit, another R star, and she's the color trigger. Activate effect, once per turn. Soft once per turn. Can only be activated on the turn this character is played, and there are 3 or more 6th unit cards on your front line. Front line specifically, by the way. Choose one of the following effects. Choose a 6th unit on your area, move it to another line, or swap its position with 1 character on another line. Draw 1 card. This is already a really good card. It's immediate for it. I can already see it. This deck, you're swapping a shit ton. Like, you're doing a lot of swaps. She has a raid we'll go into later. But this is a really good card because you can essentially move stuff up Similar to like the Hajime 3 cost or like the Viper 3 cost from Nikke and like Kenshin respectively. There's a lot of movements that you can do. The fact that you can also swap a position with a character on another line is just really good. It doesn't have to be her either. You can swap with a different card. It's just really good for protection. It is an activate effect, not a when attacking effect, but it's still really good anyways. The fact you can activate the just swap is so good. But again, only works on the turn she's played. So after that, she's just 3 costs with double gen. But it's still fine because you're swapping a lot later. 3 cost double gen with step. This is another Himari Azuma on the energy line. At the end of your character's attack, if you have 4 more 7th unit cards with different names on your area and there's an empty space in your front line, move this character to the front line. This is an active trigger. This is another R star. It's just a good card. This is what I was talking about earlier. This card fills out your front line. Once you've attacked with everything and you attack with the Hamari in your back line, at the end of your character's attack, not this one by the way, it just says character's attack. Assuming you have the names and you have the empty space in your front line, you can just move this to the front to fill it out. So that way you have a full front line, assuming they don't like special the shit out of you or whatever on like the life. We have a Nei O Kawamura. There's a 3 cost double gen with a draw trigger. Activate main. Looks at the top of your card, top card of your deck. Place it on top or bottom. So this is just a rearranger. It's just a generically good card. You can tell though, a lot of these are double gens. So you are not start for energy. You have a shit ton, and they're all like really good. So. So we have another Shushu Suruga, 7th unit. There's a 5 cost with an active trigger on attack and when blocking, which unique because we actually don't see this effect often, the when blocking. If you have 4 more 7th unit cards with different names in the area and there's an empty space on your front line, this character gains 2000 BP during this turn, which means she becomes a pseudo 5k. Fucking insane, by the way. So on attack, right, again, you would have her on your front line. She's your 3rd attacker, hopefully, with the empty space. This is just a really good card. She's attacking for 5k. Or, again, on block, assuming there's something empty on your front line, and your opponent attacks the first card, you block with something else. Your opponent attacks with, like, another 4k or something. You block with this. She's a 5k blocker. It's super strong. Again, this set off rip already really good. Again, she does have a raid. She is a 5 cost, but again, like I said, you have so many double gens, you're not really start for energy in this deck. We have another green card. This is the Searcher. This is the same with Kyoka. It's a Tenko Izumo. I believe this is also a rare. Yeah, it's a rare. It's an alt art. Just look at the top 4, adds a 6 units. Rest go to the bottom, and then you sideline the card if you add something. So yeah, this is just your generic Searcher. This is the 3-star of the set, by the way. Super clean. Looks so good. This is a Kyoka Uzen. This is a different raid, by the way, just to note. Because she is an SR, so she is going to be one of the cards that you kind of have to try to get. But anyways, she is a 4-cost raid trigger. On play, draws 1 card. You may rest this active character. If you did, play up to 1 Yuki Wakura Eternal Chain from your hand to your character as active. If there are a total of 10 or more Kyoka Uzens and or Yuki Wakura Eternal Chain in your sideline, it may be place 1 card from your hand to the sideline and play up to 1 Yuki Wakura from your outside area to your area active instead. So, kind of an interesting effect. First of all, you just get a draw card. You may rest it, and then if you did, you just play a Yuki from your hand. Otherwise, you're playing a Yuki from your sideline instead if you discard a card from your hand. So either way, you're playing a Yuki regardless. Really good for whatever the deck wants to do. But again, we haven't seen what Yuki does, so can't really say much about that. It's just that this is a pretty good effect. You do have to rest her, but it's fine because after the on play, she's literally just a vanilla 4K. This is a 5-2. This is a 2-star, by the way. This is a SR, I believe. God, how blurry it is. Yeah, it is an SR 2-star. So, this is a 5-2 with as a color trigger on play. Now, note she does not play active, but don't worry. On play, plays up to 1 7th unit with fulfilled required energy and an AP cost of 1 from your hand to your out area as rested. If there are 4 more 7th unit cards with different names on your character, sets this character to active. Activate main in the front line. Choose 1 other trait, 7th unit card on your area. It gets impact 1. Note, not impact plus 1, it's impact 1. And based on this small translation, we don't see the plus marker. But so it is just impact 1, not impact plus 1. 5-2, 2 AP kind of sucks, but it is still really good. She can just basically play active, and then you get 2 bodies for. It really is just 2 AP for 2 bodies, but at least she sets herself active, which is the most important part. Because the biggest problem with 2 AP cards is if they don't have something that sets themselves active, they really need a cracked effect to be worth it. She is a color trigger, unfortunately, which means you do have to play at least 2 of these. She's a really good card, at least, but it does suck that she is 2 AP. As far as I've seen, there's nothing that can reduce the cost of this by an AP, so you are just playing straight up 2 AP. But again, it's fine. You still get another body for this. Note, it does say fulfilled energy, so you do have to have the energy required to play whatever card you want to play. Okay, next up, another 2-star. This is an SR. This is the Himari Azuma raid. On play, if you have 4 or more 7th unit cards with different names, this character gains Snipe. It's really good already. Activate main in the front line. Choose a character with a required energy of 2 or less on your field. This character activates the chosen character's on play effect. Really, really fucking good. Okay. First of all, chooses anyone. It has to be 2 or less, but you can use like, I don't know, like the 1 cost Kyoka, or what was the other one? Sorry, I'm gonna scroll up to look. I think there's another one with an on play, unless I missed it. Yeah, never mind. I guess it's just her so far. I mean, I'm sure there's other ones, but I mean, the big examples just use Kyoka to search again. But yeah, using enemy effects, really good. She gains Snipe on play. That's already just super good because you just kill whatever you want. The thing to note is that this character activates a chosen character's effects. She's not the character that she chooses. That character is not activating their effect. This character is. That's just a small ruling thing that may or may not come up, but it's just an important distinction to make. So yeah, good card. Another 2-star. This is another SR. Another Ne Okawamura. 7th unit. On play, choose one of the following effects. Looks at the top 2 of your deck. Place any number of the cards to the top or bottom. So she's doing what her other card does, the base card, which is just to activate to top card, either put it back on top or bottom. You can instead choose a character on your area. It gets 1,000 during this turn. Or if there are 4 or more 7th unit cards with different names, draw a card. Also, she's a draw trigger. So this is just a really good card in general. You're basically getting 4 more names to draw a card, give something 1,000, or just looks at top 2 and rearranges. It's just a really good card. No, you can already tell you're cycling pretty quickly. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if you could cycle the entire deck in like a single game, honestly, with how much you're digging and excavating. We have the Shushu Suruga. She's a 4-cost raid with a raid trigger. When this character attacks and wins a battle, draw 1 card. We don't see these out often, but this is like a really just nice little bonus effect. When attacking, if you have 4 or more 7th unit cards with different names in your area, choose one of the following effects. If there's an empty space on your front line, this character gains 1,000 BP and damage 2 until the start of your next turn. Or this character gets minus 1,000 BP, and the effect, this character cannot be blocked by characters with 4K or more. It's one of those things where it's super strong because you can play this in multiple scenarios. You need to get past a 4K, activate this effect. She's a 3K that gets over 4Ks because she can't be blocked by them. This is like more like a late game effect, obviously, if they have a bunch of 4Ks, right? And then the first effect is just super, super, super strong. Combined with the other Himari that can just attack from the energy line. This one's just, this character gets 1,000 BP and damage 2 until the start of your next turn. Damage 2 is super nice, but doesn't matter until next turn. It's just, she becomes a pseudo 5K until the start of your next turn. Also, this is on attack too. This is just a super, super cracked card. Basically, your opponent's forced to block. You just draw a card. If they don't block and use the first effect, it's a 5K with damage 2, which means they're taking 2 life. It's just a super good card for pressure. And she's only a 4-cost. She's only a 4-cost raid too. So this is already a crazy good card. We have our first raid for green, Tenka Izumo. She is a step with a raid trigger. In the energy line, once per turn, at the end of your character's first attack of each turn, you may move this character to the front line or swap its position with a 6th unit on your front line. So, yes, you are meant to just basically keep this in the energy line so that she can swap in. Activate main once per turn. If there's 3 or more 6th unit cards on your front line, you may choose any number of characters on your area, move them to another line and swap their position. This is where the broken shit comes in. Because, so Kagurabachi, we saw that there's a card that gives everyone step. Yeah, this is essentially that. it's a soft once per turn, but assuming you have 3 6 units, which you will, you can just swap anyone you want. It's fucking crazy, right? You can raid her, push her to the front, do a bunch of swaps, put her in the back, and then while in the engine line, at the end of your whoever character's first attack, you can move her up to attack, or you could swap her position with another one on your front line. It's just super, super strong. Also, this is a 3-star, by the way, so there are 2 3 stars for the set as far as we've seen. We have never had a set in JP either where there have been 3 3 stars. It's only ever been 2, like Kirito Asuna and SAO. So this is another set with 2 3 stars. It could be a third one. I can see them doing it for Yuki Wakura, but who knows? But yeah, really good card. And then we have a 4-cost Tenka Izumo. She's a 4-cost 1 AP with a get trigger. Activate main. Choose one of the following effects. You cannot choose an effect that has been used by Tenka Izumo during this turn. If this character is in the energy line, set this character to active. If this character is in the front line, choose one 6-unit card on your area, move it to another line, and swap its positions. Basically, if you play 2 of these out, you can only use each of their effects once per turn. This is a hard once per turn, by the way. This is just really good, because if you get 2 of these, you play one to the front, set it to active, play a second one, and then just swap it. And again, you have this raid to just swap everyone around. It's fucking crazy. Just a good card too. Also, she's a get trigger, man. That's crazy. Usually get triggers are like on like what 4-2s, 5-2s, whatever. But this is a get trigger on a 4-1. God damn. Okay. We have another green character. We have another 6-unit card. This is Yachiho Azuma. This is Himari's sister, actually. On play. Sorry, she's a 4-cost with a raid trigger. On play, look at the top card of your deck, place it at the top of your deck or to the sideline, and then draw 1 card. So you can basically look at top, rearrange, and then draw a card. Really good on play. It's just generic. It's just quick and to the point. Activate effect on the front line. Rested. So she has to be on the front line and she has to rest herself. Place a card from your hand to outside area or sideline. The next time this character would set to active, it does not. So basically you freeze her. However, you can then play up to 1 green 6-unit with required energy of 2 or less and 1 AP from your outside area to your hand area as rested. So she rests herself while on the front line to let you play something for free with 2 or less from your sideline. Then you can just go her effect or the raid, swap her to the back line again. It's really good. It's so fucking good. This is like what Bambi's from Stern Raiders for Yellow Bleach really wants. A way to swap out easily the Bambi, the zombie Bambi, without the need of like the 3-cost Uryu. Like this is just such a good fucking card. Oh man, this set's so cracked. Okay, and then we have the last card for reveals. We have Sahara Wakasa, again another SR 2-star. She is a 2-cost with an active trigger. On play, places the top 2 cards of your deck face down under this character. Activate effect. Once per turn, activate main. Can only be activated if there are 3 or more 6-unit cards on your front line. Place 1 to 2 face down cards from this character to the outside area. If you did, this character gains all of the following effects during this turn based on the number of cards placed in the outside area. 1 or more gets 1,000. 2 or more gets 1,000 and impact 1. And then activate main while in the front line. And you rest her. Activate this character's on play. As far as I saw, does something active them? Now that I think about it, I don't think anything actives them. So it's an interesting card. She gets this character specifically gets the BP increases, right? So if you discard, I'm trying to think of how this works. I think how it works, if you put 2 cards, she gets 2,000 BP and impact 1. Yeah, it's not just one or the other. It's just if you discard 1, she gets 1,000, and if you discard 2, you get 1,000 and then another 1,000. I could be wrong on that. I have to look at the ruling on how that works. I think there is a ruling example. Oh, we just have a new card too. Fuck. Never mind. We're just getting updates now, I guess. Okay. This video is gonna be a lot shorter. Holy shit. Okay, so this card's like really good. The problem is to activate this effect in frontline, you have to rest to activate the characters on play. Unless something else actives her, I'm not really sure how to use this card. Again, we have to see more cards, but we might see it soon because they just revealed more cards. And then, hey, live on the spot, as of now, we have Aoba Wakura. So, spoiler alerts. This is Yuki's sister, actually, who's been transformed. This is clearly another build because one build is 6 unit. This is a build for the humanoid Shukis. This is an 8 cost with a raid trigger. She's a 5k also. On play, places one card from your removal face down under this character. If the card placed is Mato's Peaches, draw one card. There's no reveals for it yet until we get an update. But basically, Mato's Peaches is probably an event, just because this is where the story of is kind of set around. Um, but Mato's Peaches is probably an event. I don't know if it's a final or whatever, but it is going to be an event. When attacking, you may place a face. You choose one of the following effects. You may place one face down card from this character to the sideline. If you did, choose up to one character on your opponent's. Holy shit! One character on your opponent's front line with 5k or less. Retire it. Or activate this character's on play effect, and this character gets impact +1. This is such a strong effect. So you have to get the gen for it. Obviously, this is a high gen build, but 8k, 5k. Sorry, 8 cost, 5k. Raid, potentially draw one card. Otherwise, discard the face down card. And if you do, you can either sideline a 5k or less, or activate the on play to put another face down card underneath. Potentially draw another card, by the way, because this is not once per turn, by the way. It's not once per turn. And then gets impact 1. And by the way, it's on attack, so when she's attacking, if she activates his second effect, the attack will have impact. The fact that it's on attack is actually insane, because if you get a bunch of the Mato's Peaches out, you can just kill a bunch of 5Ks or less. Oh my god, this is so strong. Honestly, all in all, these cards are really strong. This card is just swap central. Just move the fuck around with your entire board. Doesn't matter. It's crazy. And then this card, we'll have to see more, obviously, but this would be the other build, the Humanoid Shukis. This is a really good boss. It's a really good boss card. Can just constantly sideline 5Ks or less. By the way, the draw is just if you put Mato's Peaches, but you can put any card from your removal face down under her. So it doesn't matter. As long as you have a card in your removal, put it face down on her, and then just kill a 5K. And then next turn, activate the on play, put another card face down. Because this has a face down mechanic, I would not be surprised if there was another card in this trait, in this build, that lets you put face down cards underneath characters on your field. Similar to what like Nikke Tetra does. So if they have that, this is like a super, super broken card, honestly. If you could constantly put cards underneath without having to rely on this effect down here. But overall, these cards are really good. They look really good. I am super, super, super excited for this set to release. And I will see you guys later with updates when they reveal more cards. But so far, massive reveals. All of them are really, really good so far. So, hope you like this video. I'm going to be doing more of this. Again, not for every set. I want to do more analysis and like quick looks at like new cards that release. But I'm really only going to do it for sets that I like. So, like, as good as Kingdom is, I'm not really going to cover it because I don't really care about it as an IP. But, yeah, I will see you guys later. Assuming we get more reveals, I'll do more videos on that. And then sometime next week, I'll do another set of videos, probably, on, like, a market watch. Because I do want to do a end of the year review on, like, the market and stuff. So, again, I'll see you guys later. I hope you enjoyed this video. And, yeah.